In the last video, we explored ways you can address a lack of participation during a retrospective. In this video, I'll share some techniques for encouraging accountability during a retrospective. Accountability refers to being responsible for decisions associated with a project or task. Accountability is a really important part of a productive retrospective. If a retrospective is meant to serve as a helpful tool for process improvement, then participants in the retrospective need to be honest about how the team could have performed better. Only then can the team figure out how to improve in the future. Knowing how to push a team to take accountability for a given project will be a huge benefit to you in your career. After this video, you'll review supporting materials that demonstrate how PETA handles individual and team accountability in a retrospective. Then you'll identify and add new details to your retrospective document. Before we move on, I want to make one point clear. Accountability and blame are two very different things, and only accountability belongs in a retrospective. Blame shuts people down instead of empowering them to share honestly. Accountability doesn't involve assigning blame to specific team members for mistakes. Instead, it encourages the team to think holistically about mistakes and challenges and identifies solutions for the future. Another benefit of accountability is that it encourages ownership. When a team member feels ownership over an aspect of the project, they may be more motivated throughout the project to ensure that aspect meets quality standards and helps the project progress towards the goal. So let's discuss some great techniques you can use to encourage accountability during a retrospective. One technique I like to use is to come prepared with specific challenges to discuss as a group. This can be especially helpful if you find that your team wants to focus discussion only on project successes. To encourage accountability, call attention to a specific challenge. Maybe the Sauce and Spoon kitchen managers provided feedback that they felt left out of decisions made by the general managers. During a retrospective, you might share this feedback with the group and ask the team to help figure out problems that led to this feedback. Another useful technique is to turn team complaints into SMART action items. You've learned that project goals should be SMART, which means that they're specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. But here's another tip. Action items can be SMART too. If you find that your team does more complaining than problem-solving, pick a complaint and turn it into a SMART action item. For example, let's go back to our example where the kitchen managers feel out of the loop on general decision-making. As a project manager, it might be a good idea to add an action item to invite the kitchen manager to the weekly staff check-in meetings. If you want to take it one step further, you can even add a 5-minute agenda item for the kitchen manager to discuss issues and get feedback. Then, you can make a plan to check in 2 months to find out if they're still feeling this way, or if they feel more included. By showing your team how to turn complaints into action, you can help your team become more solution-oriented. When it comes to encouraging accountability, it's also a good idea to push the team to identify its role in creating a given challenge. Your team might seem inclined to focus only on challenges they feel they had no control or influence over, like a late delivery from your tablet supplier, for example. When discussing challenges that the team seems reluctant to take responsibility for, you can help your team think about the series of events that led to a given challenge. Then, you might push your team to identify a moment in that series of events when they missed an opportunity to recognize and address the problem. Let's go back to the tablet supplier delivery issue. Maybe if someone on the team had been assigned the responsibility of managing the tablet supplier vendor early on in the project, they might have set up weekly check-in calls with the vendor. This could have given the restaurants the foresight to plan for and work around the missed delivery. When you help your team identify its own role in creating challenges, you encourage reflection that might lead to helpful insights and ideas for process improvements. As your team talks about various challenges they faced, make sure criticism remains constructive. Constructive criticism is a respectful form of feedback that is intended to help the recipient improve a piece of work. If criticism of a portion of the project begins to go from constructive to unhelpful or harsh, it'll be your role as the project manager to redirect the conversation. To change the subject, try to detach the challenge being discussed from any specific person in the room. You can do this by steering the conversation toward process improvements that the entire team can learn from. Let's review the main ideas. Accountability and blame are two very different things, and only accountability belongs in a retrospective. Accountability refers to being responsible for decisions associated with a project or task. Accountability is about encouraging the team to think holistically about mistakes and challenges, and encouraging ownership. Some techniques you can use to encourage accountability during a retrospective include: come prepared with specific challenges to discuss as a group, turn team complaints into smart action items, push the team to identify its role in creating a given challenge, and detach the challenge being discussed from any specific person in the room. In the upcoming activity, you'll observe as PETA encourages accountability during retrospectives, and you'll keep building out your retrospective document. After you've completed the upcoming activity, meet me in the next video to discuss techniques for addressing negativity in a retrospective.